Good evening, everybody. How are you? It's me, Comic Crack. Going to talk about a couple things that got sent to me in the mail and sort of link it in with tonight's radio show. So Tuesday night, I have a radio show, Dead Air, on UMFM here in Winnipeg, out of the University of Manitoba. UMFM.com is where you can find it. Show is Dead Air, Tuesday nights at 11. And there should be playlists, and it archives the last few episodes, so you can listen. You can actually listen to the very first two episodes I did. What was it, back in 2017 or something? And then you can hear the most recent stuff. I've been trying to go in live. It's been 2 weeks in a row, actually. I've made it into the studio live, which is fantastic. So I wanted to talk about some of the stuff that I played tonight based on some things that came to me. But I wanted to start it off giving a shout out to Comics Will Ruin Your Life in a Good Way. Gary on Twitter, he had posted some comics. I think it was this Clash series. I'm pretty sure it was the Clash series, not this My Name is Chaos. And I'd never seen it before. Tom Veitch, Adam Kubert with Dave... Sorry, my glasses. Dave Hornung is who it is there. So this was a 3-issue miniseries. And then there was another Tom Veitch, John Ridgway, My Name is Chaos 3-issue series, which was a surprise to me that was in there. And then he also threw in Tales of the Armorkins. I think I have a copy of this already, but hey, how can I say no to another Underground, I guess, 1971, Larry Todd. I haven't looked through this in forever. I looked through some of the other ones. I haven't flipped through this one again. This might be one that I got in a lot way back when. I'm just realizing my lighting here. Hold on one second. There we go. How's that? Is that a little better? Probably one of the books that I got in a Underground Comics lot on eBay that kind of hit the drawer, hit the bins, and didn't really have too close of a look at. Looks like characters from Meef. Yeah, it looks fantastic, actually. I like these big panels, breaking down the page into these big panels. I wonder how it was presented originally, because these feel really separate from each other. Like one of those landscape type of digest forms or something. Who knows? But either way, there we go. And then a beautiful Trina Robbins piece on the back. Tragedies of the Opium Traffic. Really nice. So this is Clash. Again, what do I know about it? Absolutely nothing. Your name is Joe McLash. Clash to your friends. You were born in Brooklyn on August 6, 1967. Someday you are going to be king of the world. I'm very, very curious about this. It looks great. It's got a Veitch or Vetch attached to it. Rick's brother Tom. Again, that link to the Underground with the two brothers there for sure from that all new Underground Comics issue, that first thing that they did that we looked at here on the channel. Oh, Jesus, years ago at this point, probably. So yeah, we'll see what that's like. Issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. Love this cover. Very cool looking stuff. Yeah, so this one is kind of top of the pile right now. Another one that I'll maybe bring camping with us to dig into. Looking forward to that. And then this one, like I said, I wasn't aware he was going to throw this one my way too. But again, not complaining. My Name is Chaos. Oh, this is actually a 4-book series. So the first 3 anyway. Who am I? Who am I? Who's dying begets fire. I sing my final song. Thunder comes. There's darkening of the light. The universe, a single great womb, will give birth to her true offspring. He of great destiny, but who am I? Beautiful. Getting some messages popping up here. Get out of the way. So thanks very much. Comics will ruin your life. I realize I did say a name. Who knows if it was his name? It could be, it could not be. Anyway, you know who you are. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's really, really fantastic. One of the other things I jumped on, we'll do this. The Bougie Man, Robin Bougie. This is Gutter Hunter, issue number 2. If you look on Colin Loading the Cannons channel today, he posted a video about, what was it, Bunny Ears by Rebecca Dart. Rebecca Dart is Robin Bougie's wife, has been, I think they've been married since high school, 20-something years. I mean, every time, I feel like a broken record. Every time Robin comes up on the channel here, I say the same things. I've been supporting Cinema Sewer for a hell of a long time, probably 20 years at this point. It would have been early 2000s that I got turned on to Cinema Sewer by a friend of mine in Ontario, Paul. Shout out to Paul. Good morning, Rasa. How are you? And then Cinema Sewer eventually wrapped up a number of years ago, and he decided to tackle another huge project. So Gutter Hunter is going to come out once every year. Nah, I don't like sleeping. I'm just getting back from the radio show, so in the mood to chat. So once a year, he's putting out these really thick volumes. Inside of this one, he talks about, I'm looking for a page count here. Doesn't number the pages. It's got to be 80 pages, something like that. Anyway, in this one, he talks about Fantagraphics approaching him to put this out. But he's decided to he said no to them. He's decided to kind of keep self-publishing this. He's been self-publishing his entire life. He talks about, yeah, nice couple of racks. So this is May 2022. He talks about his first comic. I should have pulled it out actually from my collection. Well, it might actually be close here. Deviant. I believe I have that issue here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, probably not in this pile. Anyway, well, that's on me there. Here we go. No, I was wrong. So he talks about this book, Deviant, Strange But True Sexual Practices. I had sent him, when I found this a long time ago, I had sent him a photo. I don't remember what that platform, they talk about it in this issue as well too. There was this platform where there was a lot of chat that was going on. And hell, I can't remember what that kind of chat group was called. Anyway, there was a bunch of artists in there, but Robin was one of them. I was mostly a lurker, talking every once in a while, but not to any great extent. So when I showed this off, he was saying that he did a different kind of paste up or a different collage for every single issue. So this is Robin in his early days here. What year are we talking? So this is Deviant number 3. And it says also known as Mind's Eye Presents number 12. I'm not seeing a year right off the top here. So, I mean, fair warning, not safe for work, yada, yada, yada. Get the kids. This is kind of how I know Robin the most, with his really, really dirty comics. And always very well in-depth reviews. He loves to dig through all sorts of insanity. When it came to Cinema Sewer, it was really focused on adult movies and things like that, but there was also a heavy lean into I don't have number 1, no. There was also a heavy lean. Oh, look at this, Colin Upton inside here too. A lean into exploitation as well, 70s exploitation movies. So I've got a bunch. There's a date of 2000 on the interior there of some of those pages. So anyway, that's Deviant number 3. I actually thought that this was number 1, but there you go. And then an ad for Cinema Sewer. So at this time, there was 3 issues of Cinema Sewer out. And those early issues are impossible to get. I think the earliest I have of Cinema Sewer is number 9, possibly. So anyway, so Gutter Hunter is the same kind of research. It's just done into history's wildest independent comics. So 80s black and white explosion stuff, international. Here's one about Colin Upton's comic Big Black Thing. I'm not sure if there's an interview with Colin in here as well too. Colin Upton's still around to this day. He appeared on, I think he appears on, what is it, GX Jupiter Larson from The Haters. He's got a YouTube channel, and I think that Colin Upton does some tea reviews on there. I think it's a video series called The 5 Minute Hour. It's pretty fun. I've watched a few of them. They're pretty entertaining. So yeah, if you don't know, now you know. Gutter Hunter number 2. The first issue sold out pretty quickly. He did a second printing. I'd love to see this sell out as well, because I want to keep him going this route. I think this will be a really fun series, as many years as it happens to go. We'll see. This one intrigued me a lot, something called Pig. Let's back up here. Maybe this was so graphic porking, the story of Pig. I mean, look at these covers here. This Pig man. Looks like William Hope Hodgson related stuff here with this pig. The pig creatures from that short story, or not short story, but that paperback. Anyway, there you go. So on to the music. So tonight on Dead Air, we played a bunch of stuff, and some of it are things that I got in the mail. As usual, Nate and Cave Evil have they always have incredible stuff on their website. They carry and distribute a lot of amazing stuff. One of the things, the kind of the reason for this purchase was probably these 2 tapes here from a company, HDK, Heimat der Katastrophe. I know that I'm butchering that. There we go. So they're from Italy, and they do kind of this dungeon synth series of tapes. So it's a lot of artists working with synthesizers, soundscapes. But the fun thing about it is all based on kind of Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of thing. Some of the tapes have games in them. Some of them have stories that the music is kind of a soundtrack for. This is one of those. The realm of Dallas is falling. So a little bit of history of the world itself, a track listing, and then kind of some of the groups of people you're going to find on Dallas, the Dracos, the Raka, and the Kirkos. So it's a real adventure RPG type of flavor. This one comes with a map as well, if I can crack into it here. Trademarked. Dallas Realm. So here's the world, the South Sea, the endless ocean. And then on the back, they do a little breakdown of each of the tracks and a story that goes along with it. So super fun. It really helps you get into the whole world. I didn't say this one is by Ryosuke Mochida. Is who does this one, The Downfall of Dallas. I think they've done quite a few releases from Ryosuke on HDK's Bandcamp page. You can have a look and see everything they've done. They're well over 100 releases at this point. When their tapes come out, they sell out instantly. I follow them on Instagram. I've always toyed with the idea of trying to order some stuff from them, but as is usual, shipping across the ocean is just outrageous. And honestly, they sell so goddamn quickly that you really have to be on the ball. So one of the other ones that I'm very, very interested in, I think there's 7 volumes of this now, I guess. It's a Dungeon Synth magazine. It's a tape. So it's a compilation tape, and then I'll show you what we have inside. So this is issue number 4 from fall of 2021. And then here's the bands that you're getting in it. Nameless Grave. Yep. Yep. And Heaven. So beautiful, beautiful work on these. So I played a track, or I played the Nameless Grave, the Brookford Horror, to end off the show tonight, the Dead Air episode tonight. So it also comes with a little booklet, each of the bands, each of the artists, each of the groups. It's really kind of a mystery as to who makes up some of these bands. This Nameless Grave, I couldn't find very much information on them. When I looked them up on Discogs, this was the only thing that they had listed as a release. This is the highlight of this album. This whole tape is great, but this is the highlight track. I think I love this piece quite a lot. I can see myself playing it quite a few times. So we get a little introduction, and then each of the bands has a story, a little short story or a snippet of a story that comes with their music. And then here's the Nameless Grave. So I played around. I recorded some narration. I read this whole thing and then laid it in over top of the music for tonight's episode. And then there's a track listing of all the pieces that make up this one piece, about 15 minutes long. So worth checking out, HDK. And there's the credits there. Cassette cover, Eugene Jaworski. Mini book art by Mercuria. Anyway, Mercuria, maybe. So love it. I never thought I'd see one of these in my greedy paws, but there you have it. All thanks to Nate and the Cave Evil crew. Another thing that I grabbed from them was this Morphines. I played something from Morphines today as well too. What was it? Yellow Spades, I think it was, which was a cover song, and it's a mashup of Ace of Spades and Yellow Submarine, and it's fantastic. It's the first thing off tonight's episode. So the reason that I was drawn to this is a grindcore band, Brutal Truth, that I love. The drummer from that band, Rich Hoke. This is a band that he was in before Brutal Truth. Sort of art rock, sort of no wave, sort of indie. All of those things. It's a hell of a lot of fun. Classic old tape here. Does it even say the year? No, it doesn't on this one. I'm pretty sure this was 80s though. But yeah, there's not much information with this one. So you can find them on YouTube. Actually, this whole album is on YouTube. Yo Asphalt Head. And then he threw in a mixtape. This is a soundtrack, Ashik Karib, a Russian art kind of film from, I think, the early 70s. There was also a movie that the same director did called The Color of Pomegranates, I think, from like 1968, 1969, something around there. Very reminiscent. I would throw them in the same kind of, the clips that I've seen anyway. I haven't seen the movie. It was very similar to kind of Jodorowsky of that era as well too. And I guess what the hell is that pop singer's name? You know, the one that dresses up. Anyway, Lady Gaga, she did a song called 911 or 911 or whatever. No, 911. And if you see that video, the director of that video, or the DP of that video, one of the creatives of that video is a huge fan of this movie and took a lot of influence from this. So you get kind of their take on it. I thought it was kind of shitty myself, but it was nice to see it, and someone being influenced by some very bizarre otherworldly art films So I'm really looking forward to listening to that because the couple of samples I heard of this soundtrack sound really great. So that was very nice of them. And then we will go. Yeah. Oh God. I honestly, some of it I just cannot tolerate. My daughter loves pop music, and most of the time I can absolutely deal with it. It doesn't bother me, but every once in a while it just bugs the absolute shit out of me, and I want to tear my hair out, what little I have left. And then finally for tonight, another highlight for me. This is a record from Carolina Rainbow. Um, I'll find the full name inside in a minute, but I've never owned a Carolina record. I have some stuff that I've ripped off the computer. So there's a bunch of Carolina stuff up on eBay as well. And classic Carolina, this one comes in a bag that was filled with all sorts of papers and junk and things. It was all sealed and taped shut. And as is the way, this is it's kind of it's a band that's been around for quite a long time, early 2000s, and there's a rotating cast of people that play with the band. The main driving force is a guy, Grux. I was fortunate enough to perform on some of the live shows he was doing during COVID lockdown, God Waffle Noise Pancakes and the Brutal Sound Effects Festival. So I was able to submit a piece for each of those, which was great. One of my pieces made it onto a DVD release, which is super exciting for me. I've been a fan of their stuff for a long time. So it's Carolina Rainbow, Customary Relaxation of the Shale is the name of the band this time. Carolina Rainbow is generally the same two words, and then there's an addition for every single album. It's phenomenal stuff, and especially to sit and listen to it on record. These are the lyrics, believe it or not. I tried to penetrate these lyrics and see what the hell was going on, but I just couldn't do it. The premise of the band is that the lead singer is channeling the spirit of a bull from the 1800s, and this bull is singing these songs. It's wild, wild stuff, very lo-fi, sort of acoustic, mixed with noise, mixed with just all sorts of absurdity. Their live performances are phenomenal as well, too. A black light affair with costumes and all sorts of things. So I had to grab it, and it's a really, really good record. This is one that I haven't heard. Sell, Heal, Holler, I think is what it's called. Yes, I believe so. I believe this album is Sell, Heal, Holler, I think is what the title is. Love it. It was so great to sit and listen to it upstairs on the stereo and just wonder what the hell I'm doing with my life that I'm listening to bizarre shit like this. Anyway, if you want to hear some of this, tune into Dead Air. So that's it. Thanks very much for hanging out there, Rasa. It was good to see you. Good morning. I hope you have a good day. I'm going to eventually go to sleep here. It's 1:05. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you.